Namaste, good morning. Thank you for joining the practice. It's about a 90-minute practice. Please, as always, practice in accordance with your abilities and your comfort level. Imagine all creation's experiencing this through your body. So if you try to deliver the best experience and not go to the place of pain and suffering and anxiety, that's not what you want to transmit. So on that note, that allows us to, that enables us to remember to practice with mindfulness and consciousness. So let's begin. Sit up very tall and straight, close the eyes, bring the attention within. Before creation, what existed? God was always there in the midst of it all, and will still be there even beyond the ends of this universe. Attune your mind to that supreme divine consciousness that is within and everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. To make the practice even better than meditation, and more meaningful, more powerful, renounce all the fruits. Imagine this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. Let's do the mantra for purification, to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you don't know it, just pretend you're singing it through the voice of the guru, move the lips, you derive all the benefits as though you're chanting perfectly. If you do know it, do it volume and conviction so it can be heard by all the subtle bodies within and around. There's countless number of psychic receptors within, over 350,000 of them. So try to open them up and purify them all. We'll do it 3 times, try to do each one in a single breath. So take a deep breath in. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sava Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smritandrikaksham Sabhaya Bhiantraha Sajihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sava Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smritandrikaksham Sabhaya Bhiantraha Sajihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sava Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smritandrikaksham Sabhaya Bhiantraha Sajihi. Let's do spiritual breathing to connect more deeply with the divine within. Bring your arms up, the palms slightly turned out from the fingertips. Inhale down, the best of breaths through the arms into the spiritual heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it all in the heart, the spiritual heart, locating the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. 4, 5, 6. Exhale, just a breath out. Everything that you pulled in stays within. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Imagine there's a magnet in the spiritual heart attracting everything you need down to the arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, holding in the heart. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale again out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale down through the arms. Everything you need, the best of the best. 3, 4. Feel yourself being flooded by all that goodness. 6, 7, 8. Hold it all in the heart. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. Purifier Pranayama 3 times. Imagine all the purifying effects going everywhere throughout the body to purify all those nadis, those psychic receptors up to the crown. On the exhale, imagine all the impurities being expelled out with the breath. The count is 4 for the inhale, 12 for the breath retention. Hold the, engage the throats in a root lock. Exhale out through the left, 4, 8, 4, 12, 8. For the throat lock, as you're inhaling, you want to raise the chest very high, not the shoulders, the chest. So that when you bring your chin down for the breath retention, your back stays straight. Try not to hunch the back. Bring the tip of the tongue through the mouth behind the teeth, the attention of the space between the eyebrows. For the root lock, contract the buttocks, contract the perineum muscle, imagine pulling the whole pelvic floor up towards the navel and pushing in towards the front of the spine. That is the root lock. So we begin. Left hand in Yana Mudra, the mudra of consciousness, that second finger in the thumb connected, other 3 fingers straight on the left knee. Right hand, second and third fingers fold down. This is Vishnu Mudra. When you turn the palm towards you, it's no longer Vishnu Mudra. But we use the thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. Always just these 2 fingers touch the nose. So let's begin. So tall and straight. Exhale completely, empty the lungs. Inhale through both nostrils. 2, 3, inflate the lungs. 4, hold the breath. Chin on the chest, tongue to loose the mouth. Third eye focus. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale up the left side. 2, release the locks. 3, 4, push all the air out evenly. 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 3, 4, hold the breath. Third eye attention again. All the attention to space between the eyebrows. 4, everything stops. All mental, physical, and emotional activities. Those are frozen. 7, left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold the breath. Everything stops. All the attention to space between your eyebrows. Janagara Bandha, Mula Bandha, float and move lock. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale up to the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Nadi stimulator pranayama. This helps to dislodge. Imagine as with this technique, you're dislodging all the impurities. Remember, they're residing in the body, so they can be brought out into bloodstream and carried out of the body eventually. You want to concentrate on the air, the space between the eyebrows. So pick a pitch that you can feel it right there. Not too low. If you feel it, if you make the tone too low, you feel it more in your throat. You do too high, you'll feel it up here. You want to feel it right there. It's about the pitch of a female honeybee buzz. So you bring all the attention to the space between the eyebrows, and to help to amplify the effect, you bring the index fingers into the flaps of the ears. Make sure your elbows are nice and high. If they're down low, you won't have a strong connection. So you want to make a solid connection so you really feel and hear the vibrations. Okay, so you just allow the sound to ride the breath, and when you run out of breath, you can just lower the elbows down, take a deep breath in, exhale back out, and then we start the next cycle. We'll do the first one together, and then 2 on your own after that. Just try to make the buzz last as long as you can. Take a deep breath in. Plug the ears. Bring the elbows down. Inhale. Exhale. Take a deep breath in again. Inhale. Begin. One more time. Whenever you're done, just rest your hands on your knees in Yana Mudra. Take a moment to observe the state of the body, the mind, and emotions. Have no expectation, have no attachment to the results. Just be the witness watching it all. Now bring the attention at the crown. I'm going to make the sound sum, S-U-M. Concentrate on the latter part of the sound that produces vibrations, and the sound and the action of the lips pressing together will produce vibrations. Feel the whole top of the head vibrating. This helps to promote mental sharpness and clarity. So again, attention at the crown. Take a deep breath in. sound has disappeared, fields of vibrations are still doing the work. Continue to hear the sound, continue to feel the vibrations. Do this for all beings, especially those who could use the extra stimulation of the mind. Take a deep breath in. Again, whenever you're done, just take a moment to observe the effects. Now we're going to momentarily continue with the practice. The asanas now. Make each and every asana an offering. Try to see God in each and every form. The way that God manifests in this universe is through the different beings, through the different forms. So just celebrate all the beautiful, magnificent ways that God shows the divinity in each and every being. Revere and love them all. And this helps promote and cultivate compassion. So now let's come to standing. Start off with some warm-ups to prepare for the practice. First though, stand with the feet about 10 inches apart, arms up over the head. From the soles of your feet, inhale the earth's energy right up the body to the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding all the fingertips, hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, send all the energy all the way down throughout the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. Use your attention to attract all the energy from the earth right up to the body, to the fingertips. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, hold at the fingertips, hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, feel the energy flushing all the way down throughout the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale, pull everything up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold at the fingertips, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel fully charged. Use that energy throughout the practice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your arms down now, and let's start to move the joints. Move the joints every day, as Dharma says. Otherwise, you end up in big trouble. Keep this vehicle as is to carry out a mission in good condition. And then start to move faster. Feel as though the arms are dead. And start to move so fast that all the joints in the upper body are shaking. Head flying in all the directions. Good. Now slow it down. Bring the hands back onto the hips. Circle the head. Large circles as possible. The ears touching the shoulders. Chin touches the chest. You can do just half circles if that's better for you. If you're taking the head all the way around, the back of the head grazes the top of the back. And then change the direction of rotation. Move always according to your condition. Respect your limitations. And now from here, let's try the right arm up, left hand down. Don't think too much about it. Circle the arms in opposite directions. Left hand up, right hand down, and then the hands have to pass one another in opposite directions. If you start to swim, this is not what you want to do. So continue to circle in opposite directions. And then conclude. Bring your arms up over the head. Pull the opposite elbows. Bend to the left. Bounce a few times. Get a little bit deeper into the stretch of each bounce. Go to the other side, push the hips and the ribs out towards the left. Try not to make folds in the waist and the underside of the body, the right side. Go to the left again. Go to the right. Come back to the center, little circles over the head. Move head, neck, and shoulders mostly first. Increase the circle, increase the size of the circle, the chest and upper back coming into the movement. And if you feel comfortable doing so, the whole torso spins eventually. The forearms brushing right across the front of the feet, face large circles in front of the body like the action of a windmill. Go ahead and come back up and go in the opposite direction. Start again, little circles over the head. Gradually getting bigger with the circles, the chest and upper back coming into the movement. And then finally, again, if you feel comfortable, the whole torso. The forearms coming right across the feet. And come all the way back up. Exhale, release. Shake out the hands, move the fingers very, very rapidly, like you have no control over the hands. They're moving all by themselves. So fast that the fingers are like a blur. You can't even see them. Then up and down like the wings of a hummingbird. Good. Arms by the side of the body. Feet together. Jump. If you can, the feet leave the ground completely. If you have knee issues, you can just lift the heels and just bounce off. Just press and use your toes. But if you can, jump as high as you can. Be blissful, content like a child. Tap into your inner child. Good. And then stop. The arms out to the sides. If you need to, you can bring your left hand onto the wall. Swing your right leg back and forth. Try to get your knee to the shoulder, the toes coming to the back of the head. And then the other leg. You lean forward a little bit as the leg comes forward. Bring your head back as you throw the leg back. And then release. One more. Feet by together, hands by sides of the body. 6 counts to come up. Inhale. 2, 3. Start to lift the heels. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3. Keep pushing with your toes as your heels come down slowly. 2, 3. No heavy thumps of the heels on the ground. Inhale. 3. Come up high. Engage the leg muscles and the core. Exhale. 2, 3. And down. 2, 3. Whatever happens, just stand still. Remain unconcerned. Be like the wind as always. Rise up off the heels. Push into with your toes. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3. Slowly lower. 2, 3. One more time. Inhale. Come all the way up off the heels. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3. And down. 2, 3. Bring the chin back on the chest in a gesture of humbleness. Stay in this humble mindset throughout the practice. Think of yourself as a servant to all beings everywhere, serving them through your practice. Everything you have is meant to be shared. Now come to the front of the mat, hands to the heart. So let's move together. Imagine we're moving together, all together physically, moving together like a school of fish. Raise your arms up overhead, arch back as you see fit. Pull the body down, bend your knees if you need to, bring your hands on the ground, the chest on the thighs. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Push the feet all the way forward towards front heel. Then come into high plank, lower the knees down, bring the feet all the way back behind the heels. Glide between the arms, press your nose to the ground, pull the arms, and swing forward. Shoulders back, head up. 2 more times. Take the seats back behind the heels. Come forward again. Pull the elbows into the side body, turn the fingers up a little bit. Give yourself a little bit more power to propel yourself forward. One more time. Get the seats back. Brush your nose to the ground as you come forward. Creep like a snake moving through the grass. And then uncoil majestically like the serpent. All the way is graceful.
into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, allow the head to come down. If you're flexible, you might be able to touch your forehead to the ground. Go ahead. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just do your best. Left foot to meet the right to Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up over the head. Hands back to the heart. Go up and back. Breathe naturally with the body. The breath will follow and deliver more power in each moment. Uttanasana. Left foot back. Into the plank. Knees down, the seat back. Come forward. Put yourself in the body of the snake. Imagine how that balance range of motion. All the way back. Come forward again. Be regal and wise as the serpent. Tap into all the divine qualities and virtues of what you're representing. Take the seat back one more time. Come forward. For 3 times blessed and even beyond it, those who imitate the teacher, in this case the serpent, physically, mentally, spiritually, on all levels. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your seat, allow the head to come down below the arms, soften the line at the back. And then the left foot steps forward. If that's difficult, you can lower the right knee down. The foot doesn't make it all the way, just use the left hand and slide the foot forward. Push the seat forward again. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come all the way up, arch back. Come back home. Engage the right neck or back muscles as you go back to support you. And come forward again, Uttanasana. Right foot back. Into the plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Ashtanga Namaskar. The chest comes between your hands. As you come forward, hips between your hands. Lift your hips, knees away from the ground if you can. Upward facing dog. Stay for a moment. If you want, bring your toes under, and then pulse. Try to get your shoulders back, the nose up. Create the image of a dog howling in your mind at the moon, and try to realize that image with your body. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana now. Lift your feet. Now think of a dog. Imagine a dog stretching its back. Soften the line in the back, the belly towards your thighs, chest towards the ground. If you're flexible, maybe the forehead, nose, even the chin comes down. Try not to bend the arms. And now the right foot steps forward to the hands, drop down to the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs. All the way up, half to Uttanasana, and back home. Go up and back again. And go down. Left foot back. Into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Right upward facing dog hand. Lift your knees and hips away from the ground. Charge the legs again. Look like a dog. Howl like a moon. Try to see yourself in all forms. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Think of all the qualities of a dog, the loyalty especially to its master. Embody that loyalty. And then the left foot steps forward. All the qualities are actually already within you, just like to turn them on. Feet together, Uttanasana. Seat up over the heels. Try to get your legs straighter. The chest stays with your thighs. Come all the way up. Half to Uttanasana. And then back home. Go up and back again. Stretch and influence the body. Come down. Fold the body in half. And gesture of humbleness here. Every movement reflects devotion and surrender to the high self. This time keep the back knee lifted. Back leg stays strong. Into the high plank. You can do the Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead to the ground, or if you're stronger, take the seat back, push with your hands, try to pull yourself right through without touching your legs to the ground. Pull the elbows into the sides of the body, push through your toes. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, not the heart. The right leg comes up, 3-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands again. Keep the back knee lifted. Look up as though it's saying, I'm yours, grab your higher devotion. Feet together, Uttanasana, bow down to zone humbleness. All the way up. Come back home. Stay with the intention of offering everything. Reach up and back. Pull the body down. The practice is not just for yourself, it's for all beings. Left foot back. Keep the back leg knee lifted into the plank. Again, upward facing dog. Whichever way you want to enter it, according to your conditions and your abilities. It's all perfect, just do your best. Adho Mukha Svanasana, not the heart. Left leg up, 3-legged dog, and step the foot between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, and then the feet come together. Try to make the movement soft and graceful, like you're moving in a dream. Raise your arms up over the head. Think of the offering to the Guru within. So you want to pay homage by doing the best that you can. Raise your arms up. Fold the body down this time. Bend your knees. Land your belly on your thighs. Join your hands up over your back and pull them right up over your shoulders. So you can get your chest lower, below the knees even. Seat in line with your heels if you're flexible. Legs straight. Now right leg back. Back knee down, drop down to the seat without touching your fingers to the ground. Right up. Kapyasana. Rock your shoulders back, pull your arms way back behind your head if you can. Lift the hearts. Set your sights high in every sense. And come back down into the high plank. Upward facing dog next. According to your abilities. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make all the transitions seamless. Right leg up, like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Take the right foot forward. Move the shoulders over the fingertips so the foot doesn't land a heavy thump. No loud, aggressive movements, no jerks. Everything's smooth. Pull the shoulders back, reach back. Fingertips almost going back over your feet. And then come forward, lean into your front leg. Swing your hands back behind your backs. If you can, without touching your fingers to the ground. Left foot comes right beside your right. Uttanasana. Right up to standing. Arch back. Come back home, hands to the heart. Go up and back. Bury your mind deep in heart. Watch body with even more power. Grace and ease. Belly on your thighs. Straighten your legs. Your hands over your shoulder. Again, try to get your head close to your feet. Your chest stays with your thighs. Your belly stays with your thighs. Your chest is moving beyond your knees. Now, hold your breath. The left foot goes back. The left knee goes down, right into Kapyasana again. Reach up and pull back. Lean away from the front leg, trying to make wrinkles in the lower back or the back of the neck. Nice and smooth. Reach back. If you fold a hose in half, you cut off the water flow. So in the same way, try to keep the line smooth in the body so you don't cut off the energy flow. Now break the pose, bring the hands back down. Step it back into high plank. And up we go, and through we go into upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up, softly and smoothly, and then right through between your hands if you can. Back knee down, go up and back. Imagine you're a shapeshifter moving to your forms. In this pose, radiate your inner light. Reach back. Come forward again, belly on your thighs, swing your hands behind your back. Join together, hold the breath so that when you bring your right foot forward, it doesn't land a big thump again. Always control your movements. Go up and back. More importantly, try to control the mind, or the mind controls you. Stay in the mindset of movements. You're not the doer, the seer. Let's do this one again. Raise your arms up. The sequence is time flowing like a graceful dance. Belly on your thighs, join your hands behind the back, right leg back. Right away into Kapyasana. Reach up and back, stretch. And then bring the hands back down. Into plank. Or Adho Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog or cobra, depending on your abilities. Into downward facing dog. Right leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, right up into Kapyasana. Reach back, stretch. And come forward, belly on your thighs. Swing your hands behind your back, and when the feet come together, Uttanasana. Come right to standing, raise your arms up overhead, arch back. And then come back home. And once again, arms up. Stretch the whole front of the body. Fold the body in half. Adjust your humbleness. Think of what each pose is saying. Each pose has its own consciousness. Left foot back. For instance, open yourself up to divine grace. The heart open, the eyes up. Surrender completely to surface. Into high plank, and through into upward facing dog. The head low first, eyes downcast. Gesture of humbleness. And again, surrendering. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Right through into Kapyasana. Reach up and back, stretch. And come right forward again. Belly on your thighs, the feet together, hands over your shoulders. Press the face towards the shins, realize you're completely straight. Come right up to standing, raise your arms over the head, arch back. And come back up. Take pause here for a moment. From the heart, the center of love, inhale the left heart to the crown. Hold the breath, imagine all the love going into all beats everywhere. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love towards all beings everywhere. Love all beings unconditionally. Release. Let's continue with some balance poses. Okay, so now let's begin with ballet pose. Push down on your into your left foot, anchor down the foot. If you're having trouble balancing, stand with your back against the wall, or the left hand can come onto the wall. Just bring your fingertips to the wall, right leg comes up. So try to have your fingers and toes in the same line. Might look like a letter T. Fingers and toes the height of the shoulders, maybe a little bit higher. Flex the foot, look up, and by the grace and the poise of a dancer. You're very flexible. You can take the foot with your left hand, reach across your face with your left hand, take hold the outside edge of the foot, bring the leg up, bring the right arm out again. These are all options, variations. Good. Now from here, take the foot down, lean to your left, but don't let it drop all the way down. We're going to go right to the next pose. Bend your left knee, and then come forward with your body, your head above the height of the knee. The right leg goes all the way up, higher than the head if you can, like you're diving, like an eagle, plunging from a great height at great speed. Good. Now press into your left foot, hold the breath. Sometimes Dharma likes us to go right back, different sequences to practice control, moving through the postures with ease, like a shapeshifter. Good. Now from here, release the foot. Try not to allow it to drop down heavily. Try it on the other side. Just keep imagining yourself in the form, moving from one to the other. Anchor down to the right foot, take hold of the left heel, bring the left leg out to the side at the height of your, depending on the flexibility, maybe a little bit lower. If you're having trouble, straighten your leg and hold underneath the knee. Just do what you can. Open yourself up again. And if you have the flexibility, you can take the foot from across the front with your right hand and then push it up, the left shoulder and the knee together, left knee together. Maybe take your arm out to the sides, nice variation. If you have flexibility, go ahead. Remember, all forms are perfect if you're offering them up. Good. Now from here, lean to the right a little bit. Hold your breath as you bring the foot down so it doesn't drop down. Try not to allow it to touch the ground at all. Bend your right knee. Your belly can come onto your thigh, your head about the height of the knee. Bring the left foot up higher. Your arms sweep out to the side like the wings of a magnificent eagle. You have to keep on picturing these images in your mind and try to realize the image with your body. Now push into your right foot. Come all the way up again into ballet pose. With constant practice and anger determination, you learn all sorts of tricks to move more efficiently into the poses. Good. And then release. Sometimes you have off days, it's just the gunas, just the forces at play that shifting constantly into one state to the other, remain unaffected. So come to the back of the mat, left foot forward, left hand down. If you need to, if you can't, when you raise your right leg up, if you can't open at your hip at all, you can bring your hand onto a block to give you more height. If you need to modify further, you can come down onto your knee and you do it from here. Okay, so you can do all sorts of different variations according to your, and modifications depending on your conditions. The right leg up, the right arm up. Open up the leg. If you can, look up towards the hand above you. Bring the right hand up, down. Turn to the front. The belly is over the thigh, the center of the belly. Bring your left hand to the foot. Try to get the right leg up higher. If you have tight hamstrings, you can bend your knee. But try to get your knee up as high as you can. Bend your left knee so you can get your belly to come onto your thigh. And move the right hand closer and closer until maybe you have the hand on the foot as well. Index fingers on either side of the heel. Gaze just beyond the toes. Let you get very flexible, even when your forehead, your chin comes to your shin. Keep your hip in line to your heel. Now bring your hands down. This again is an option. Press to the base of the right toes are up, and then see if you can lift your left heel up off the ground. Make sure your hands are not too far away from your feet, just in front of your toes. If you want, hold your breath, push into the ground, so you get your left foot up off the ground. Take a few hops. Maybe you can eventually come into balance. If you bend your knees, you might be able to find balance a little bit easier. Flex your feet. Good. Come back down and release. Tuck your chin in and come all the way up. Good. And then come on the other side. Right foot forward, right foot down. Fingertips on the ground, about 14 or 16 inches in front of the right foot, and then raise the left leg up. Turn to the left arm up. Try to get your shoulders and the hips in the same line, one on top of the other. Point the toes. And then bring the left hand back down. Turn towards front so the belly's more over the side. Raise the left leg up higher if you can, or again, your knee if it's too much for your hamstring. Right hand to the foot, the index finger along the outside of the heel, your forearms pressing against the shin. And then bend your right knee as you need to get your belly to come onto your thigh. Your gaze is just beyond the toes. And then perhaps you can see if you can bring the left hand in, closer and closer. If you hold your breath, you might be able to get your hand on the foot. Index finger on the inside of the right heel. Bring your hands down again on either side of the foot. Dharma also says, good to practice handstands. They straighten the bones and make the bones nice and strong and thick. So you can press the right heel up off the ground, pushing the base of the left toes as well. That's up. Push into your hands, hold your breath. Imagine someone's hoisting up on your hips. So you can come up. Good. Again, use your physics. Think of your physics. If you keep your body compact, you don't have all these moments throwing your legs around. You might be able to find your balance a little bit easier when your body's more compact. Less forces to move on all these extended limbs. Good. And then come back down. Come back up. I forgot to do this before. Between poses, charge the body. Turn the palms forward. Inhale into spine, everything you need. Send it up through to the crown. Exhale, send it all throughout the body, everything you need. Inhale again. Into the spine, the best, right up to the crown. Exhale all the way throughout the body. Send it everywhere, including out of your skin to all beings everywhere. And release. So let's continue with more poses. Standing with the feet, starting with facing along the edge of the mat. Your fingertips in line with your elbows. Jump your feet apart. Turn to the left. Sink into your knee. Try to get your knee over the toes. You're more flexible. Your arms straight. Make sure your arm is not dropping down in the back. Look strong and steady like the warrior. Be steady and strong and courageous like the warrior. Never hesitate to do their duty. Right arm up over the head. Virabhadasana 1. Look up as though saying, I'm yours. Grant me higher devotion. Always. If you can't turn your hip all the way, your right hip, you can lift the back heel. If it's too much, lower your knee down. Again, use your, go according to your condition. Now from here, go back to Virabhadasana 2. Side angle. Depending on where your hip is, if your hip's higher, your left forearm can come on your thigh, your right arm over the head. Make sure your hip's not jutting up. Okay, so flat line from the foot all the way to the hand. If your hip is low enough, above the height of the knee, right arm over the head. Switch. You want to take a bind, the right hand comes behind the back. You can either just take it on your thigh, roll thigh outwards, or drop your left shoulder down, left arm goes underneath the leg, right arm goes behind the back. You're joining just against the left back of left arm close to your hip, not around the seat. If it's too much, the right knee can come down. This is another option. Supta Trikonasana. From here, option. Take, if you have a bind, you can left hand just on the ground on the outside of the foot. Viswamikrasana. So you can pick up your left foot. You can do this again with your knee down. It looks like this. If you can, extend the leg. Your leg, knee up off the ground. You extend the leg, push the back of your arm into the knee. Maybe you take the foot, pull on the foot, open up the chest. Break the pose, bring the knee back down, right knee, into Kapyasana. Pull the arms back. If you know your expressions of the pose, you can go ahead, you can stay in this pose. Make sure your arms aren't bent. Diva crescent moon shape, try to stay true to the form. If you want, you can turn to the right. The right hand slides to your foot, lean away from the leg. Keep going. If you want, pick up the foot, push into the inside of the right arm, spear pose. Or, fingers close to ear, left hand comes across the face, take the fingers, lift your wrist, turn it away from you into swan, and push your foot away from your shoulder. Break the pulse. Bring the right foot back down. From here, turn to the front, move the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Just go back and forth a few times. Try to get your hips and lower down the path. Push to the right foot, lower the knee down. If your hips are low enough, fall onto your right arm, and your right hip, roll back to your left. If your hips are angled down, the rest of the body will follow. If your hips are not close to the ground, you can stay in your hands, but keep on trying to sink through the hips, keep on pulling your body forward. The more you lengthen, the more your body comes lower towards the ground. Make sure that this is not happening, the knee's not falling out, nor the foot going away from the body. So you want to have your shin vertical, knee in line with your foot, and then you'll be able to come down a little bit more easily and then eventually take other variations more easily. And if you're flexible, the whole chest is on the ground. Arm can go out to the side. Be like a lizard, just swimming yourself on a warm earth. Other variations, go ahead. Advanced practitioners, go ahead. Now, again, when you come up, push into your hands, come back up, and slide back up so that your legs are like a box. Front leg at a right angle, take your hands to your hips. If you can, lift your foot up off the ground. It's a good test to see if the foot's in the right place. If it comes up easily, it's in the right place. Bend the toes under the back foot, right arm up, and the toe maybe towards the right. Same angle, push the leg out of the way so you get the right arm all the way across to the outside. The right shoulder, the back of the right shoulder against the knee, left hand pushes your right. If it's easier, form a fist, so you push harder, more easily. The belly comes hard in the thighs, and the chest comes to your thumbs, roll the left shoulder back. Push the left hip back, the top of the head forward. Try to keep your belly up higher in the thighs, you can spin more. If you want to take a bind, push your seat back. Use the left hand to guide the right arm underneath. You have to push your seat back so your arm has more room to go through underneath. Left arm goes over your back, join your hands together. If you want, hold your breath. Take the right knee up off the ground. Now pull on the left arm. Try to get your left shoulder back, chest up. Once you find your pose, merge with the form, or try to merge the form, become one with it. See the divine in it. Break the pose, bring the hands back. And then from here, we turn, spin on your feet so you're facing all the way to the mat. This way, come up. Go to the other side. Turn the right foot forward, and then bend into the right knee. Come forward again, Virabhadrasana 1. Virabhadrasana 2. You have to embody all the qualities of the warrior. Left arm up to meet the right. Be fierce, be strong, be courageous. Most of all, be devoted. When you do the practice for others, it becomes a duty, and you feel more motivated to practice. Now from here, Virabhadrasana 2 again. From here, Paschimottanasana with the arm on the leg if you like, or behind your back with a hand on the thigh, roll the left eye out if you want to go deeper. And if you can, your hips are low enough, your right hand to the inside the foot, left arm can either stay over the head, straight line from the foot to the hand, make sure you're not bending your arm, keep the lines of energy strong, or the full bind. Right shoulder goes a little bit down below line of the knee, left arm goes behind the back. Push the shoulder back into the inside of the knee, left shoulder goes back as well. So try not to hunch forward like this. Keep pulling on your arms so the left shoulder goes back. Option here, Visvamitrasana. If you have the bind, you release the bind, you're raising the hand on the outside of the foot. You lean into it. Sit on the arm. The right leg wraps around the arm. And see if you can extend the leg. The left arm can go up. If you have the flexibility, take hold of the foot. And push the foot out. You have to keep pushing to the back of the knee. Options, modify. The knee comes onto the ground. Okay, so you can do it this way. Or this way. Break the pose, bring the right foot back down. If you're in a pose, if you're in a Visvamitrasana, bring your knee down, your seat's right close to front heel. Kapyasana, arch the back. Through the practice, you learn to move efficiently in many different ways. You can go into transitions smoothly, like you're doing, moving in your dreams, always going slowly. Again, you can turn to your left if you like. Slide your left hand towards the foot, lean away from the leg. Keep the wrinkles out of the waist if you can. Bring the left foot up. Press against the inside of the left arm. Spear pose, or swan even. If you lean towards the foot, your foot comes toward your ears, comes to the ear. So you might be able to take your bind, find your hands a little bit more easily into the bind, and then push your foot away from your shoulder if you can. Open up the chest. Break the pose. Left foot back down, if you have it up. Turn to the front, move the right foot out to the edge of the mat. Squeeze back and forth, push off into your toes. Try to get your hips to sink. Feel as though they're made of lead, very, very heavy. And then push back your left foot one more time, lower the knee down. If your hips are low enough, you can fall to your left, roll onto your left forearm, and then roll back to the right. Be like a lizard, just letting yourself a little warmer. Think of a lizard, they're very still, they don't blink. Try to embody that stillness, that calmness. And when the mind is calm, when the body is quiet, the mind can go calm. Continue on to the side. If your chest is on the ground, aim is try to get your back lower than the knee. Sometimes the back is rounded like this. Keep sliding your foot out. Keep imagining hips are made of lead. And then you might just come down more easily. Use your imagination to visualize what you're trying to do, the effect. And then come back. Pull the right foot towards the body. Come upright. Bend your toes under and back foot. Again, your legs shaped like a box. Right hand to your hips so you can raise the foot up. It comes up fairly easily. It's in the right place. Parivrtta Paschimottanasana, left arm up. plank. The toning towards the left. Dive down with your left arm. See outside the right leg. So you don't stay here if your head's stuck at the shoulders. You push down more and more until the belly comes up higher. Over the thighs, near the chest, with your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder back. Turn the knees, adjust that. Now if you want to take a bind, sometimes it's easier to take it with, do it when your knee is up off the ground. You have more space underneath. As long as you can keep your balance, this might be easier. So armpit on the outside of the knee, use your right hand to guide your left arm underneath the leg. So lots of really get not stricken by the right leg, the left leg. Right arm goes over your back, join your hands together. And pull on the arms. Try to get your right shoulder to go back. Keep the back leg strong, make sure you're not sagging to the back so you turn your chest and face up. Break the pose. Bring your hands back to the on your side of the foot. The right foot goes back to the left. Plank. Let's do one round of Vatsasana. Let's start. The left hand goes to the right a little bit from the nose. Just spin on the feet. You're on the edges of the feet. Your ankles are crossed. If you want, you can raise your right leg up. If it's too much, you're dropping into your shoulder and your hip. Do it from here with the left knee down. Go to the other side now. You can use the table if you're doing a modified version. Right hand moves to your left a little bit. And you go here. Wherever you are, remember, is perfect. Just do your best. It's not the result that's important, it's the effort. Push your hips forward, it's the intention of offering that's most important. Again, you can see if you lift your right and left foot off the ground. Break the pose. Come to plank. The right knee comes down underneath your belly. Swing your foot out towards the left and bring the right knee in, the left knee in behind it. Swing your foot out towards the right and sit back. Right between your heels. Pull on your feet so your knees are right on top of another. If it's too much, you can't get both sides of your feet down. You can either sit on a block or you just sit with your thighs together and you sit on your heels. This is okay. Sukha Gomukhasana. Right, so these are options always. And from here, lift the right leg up, right arm up. Take hold of the elbow with the left hand, push it all the way up and behind the head, and send your hand behind your back between your shoulder blades. Push into the back of the heart, lean back. If you have a flexibility, left arm can come down, and then up the back. Hold your hands from behind, back there, and then push your chest forward and up. Drop your shoulders, make sure your face stays soft. If your eyes are popping out of the head, you might be straightening a little bit. So again, think of what you're putting out there. Try to get your elbows in the same line, right behind the center of the head, along the center of the back. Now from here, release, shake out the shoulders, come back to plank, go on the other side now. So the left knee comes down first, the foot swings out to the right knee goes in behind, and goes out to your left. And sit again between your heels. Try not to sit on your feet. They should be on either side of your hips. From here, left arm comes up. Take hold of the elbow and push it all the way up. Anchor in place at the back of the head. And if you want, you can take the right hand up if you can. Join your hands back there. Keep pulling your hands down towards the lower back. Look up. Imagine all beings again, all creations experiencing it through you. Go to a place where you go to the edge of potential, but not to a place where you're in so much discomfort that that's all you can think about. Go to a place where you can quiet the mind. Sometimes it's good to challenge the mind a little bit. As we do in our day-to-day experiences, remain unconcerned, be like the witness, observing. No judgment. No attachment to results. No change in the temperament. Pause. Release. Shake up the shoulders a little bit. Right, now from here, one more round of Vasisthasana. So you can do the same versions as you did, the same pose as you did the first time, or you go a little bit further. If you get on your knee, so you can take your right leg up, bend the knee, take over the foot, find your balance. If you want to do it the full pose, come into Vasisthasana, maybe slide the right toes flat, turn on your left foot, push your hips all the way up. Try to keep your left leg straight, inside edge of the foot is down. You have to move your foot in a little bit so your hips can come up very high. So you can take your right foot up off the ground. Start with this. If you can pick the foot up easily, catch the knee. If you have the flexibility, catch the foot. Push your hips all the way up. Break the pose. Come back down. Spin on the hand, from the foot, keep your left arm fully extend your hips high as you make the transition. Go on the other side now. On your right hand, turn to your left. Go into Vasisthasana and keep going if you like. Spin on the right foot, turn the toes. Make sure your foot's not turned too much. It should be following the same lines as the rest of your leg. Push your hips up, move your foot in a little bit. Inside edge of the foot is down. If you're bending your knee, it's going to also sink weight down. It's going to make you feel heavy, so you won't be able to get your left leg up as easily. Push your hip all the way up. Try to keep your right leg extended. So you can take your foot up off the ground. If you can easily, take the knee. Keep going. Take the foot. Push your hip all the way up. See yourself in the pose. See yourself in the practice. And then at some point, move your body a little bit. Break the pose gracefully. Come back. And from here, get ready to come forward to your hands. Lift your heels. Jump forward. Come into a squat here. Push your elbows into the insides of the knees. Press your hands down between your knees. Now here, coming into Kakasana. Bring your hands down. Shift forward, pressing your hands, and lift your shoulders over the fingertips. Straighten your arms. Push firmly into the ground. Hold your breath, and see if you can bend your toes away from the ground. This is all it is. When you're first starting, keep your head higher than your hips. If you go too far forward, your head comes down, you're going to fall on your nose. Okay, so don't go too fast. Squeeze your legs against the arms. So if you want, if that was easy for you, lift. Keep your arms straight this time. Your knees come into your armpits. As you come forward, your shins come onto your back to your arms, upper arms, but then you pick up your feet. Bakasana. From here, those who want, tuck your chin in, come into teddy bear. So if you're Bakasana, you have to bend your elbows again. Tuck your chin in, bring your head down on the ground softly. Try not to fall on your head. And from here, you can either stay in teddy bear with your legs and your arms, your feet stay close to the ground, or see if you can bring your legs up. Even if you split your legs. Perfect. Wherever you are, bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. Fix your mind. So, if you get your legs up, you can come into your lotus if you like. If you have a full lotus, do a full lotus, not just half lotus. If you're done with the crow and you don't want to come up into full headstand, you can just go into hand pose, your forehead on the ground, lift your seat, push your seat up, your upper back comes forward, it looks like a wall, your belly button pushes your lower back. Try to get your knees over your hips over your knees. If it's too much pressure on the back of the head, just move your head forward a little bit. And then you can try to lift your seat up, walk your feet towards the hands. So bit by bit, so you can come up a little bit closer. The more you bring your feet towards your shoulders, the more your hips will come around your shoulders. Eventually, your feet might want to leave the ground all by themselves. You don't have to have your hands like this. You have your hands in tripod. Okay. A minute or so more in your headstand, wherever you are. Advanced practitioners, you can do whatever you want. You can change your arms around if you like. Sometimes it's easier to split your legs. You move your hands, hold your breath as you move your hands. Flex your feet, try to bring your hands behind your back. You have to fall back a little bit. Come forward, you bring your feet forward. So get used to changing your arms so that the weight is all on your head. Okay, and eventually you don't take your hands up off the ground. Keep practicing. Another 30 seconds. Remember, go to where you're comfortable, where you can find stillness. Keep your mind, keep watching yourself in your mind, like you're a witness, watching it all. Good. Now, from wherever you are, start to make your way down softly with control. Resting child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. All continue. Roll your way up. Now from here, coming into shoulder stance. Bring your sit to one side, bring your legs forward, scooch the flex of the mat, and then if you need to, you roll back and forth a few times. Try to get your feet up higher each time. Eventually, if you come up, your hands come onto your seat, and then you bring your feet all the way back behind your head. If you want to just adjust, try to get push into your back a little bit more so your seat comes over your shoulders. If your feet don't touch down, keep your hands on your back. Can pull your arms all the way back behind the body, join your hands together, try to get your wrists together so your elbows come closer. And bring your hands onto your back. If you feel comfortable, bring your leg up into shoulder stand, and then real one follows. Straight line from the toes to the chin. Of course, it might not always look like this. Your elbows might be out to the side, beyond the edges of the body. Your legs might be at a little bit of an angle. Again, go to a place where you can find steadiness. The important thing is to try to merge with the divine within the form. So wherever posture allows you to do that more easily, then that's where you go. If you ever notice, you can do that. Notice again. Use your hands if you like. Bring your feet a little bit beyond your head so that you can get your feet and notice if you need to using your hands. And push into your thighs. Try to get your knees higher than the hips. Once you're in pose, nothing to do, no to go but to go in. Bring your attention to the center of the foreground, the seat of divine perception. Changing your focus and slowly move into plow again if your legs are straight, or Pindasana if your legs are lotus, keep your lotus. You can get your arms around your legs, your hands join underneath your seat. If you're in plow, you can also bring your thighs against your body and knees on either side of the head. Shut out all the distractions coming through the eyes and ears by pressing your knees against the ears and closing your eyes. The more you can withdraw from your senses, the more you can concentrate more effectively. Uninterrupted, this is the basis of meditation. Unbroken concentration. Okay. Starting to make your way out. Palms down behind the back. Start to bring your legs back down. Press into your arms so that you come down with control. No big heavy crash landings. Keep the legs close by as long as possible. And eventually the seat will land on your wrist. Keep rolling your legs until you're halfway down. And then when you're halfway down, about 45 degrees, lift your back up off the ground. Move your elbows in a little bit closer. You might have to shift one side to the other to get your elbows closer. Your thumbs together, your index fingers together. Charge your legs. Push your chest up. The top head comes down. Fish. Breathe very fast. If it's too much, bring your legs all the way down to the ground. Bring your feet close to your seat, getting ready for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Take your hands up from underneath if you can. Otherwise, you go in bridge. If you know you can't do upward facing bow, go into bridge. Otherwise, press your hands on either side of the head, a little bit behind the head, and lift your seat. Push into your fingertips, move your head back closer to your feet, and then turn your hands around. Spread your fingers evenly, but including your thumb. Don't have your thumb far away from the others. And then from here, turn your fingers out just a little bit. Get some power, hold the breath, and lift up. But then you can breathe again. So you can move your hands a little bit closer, depending on your flexibility. Rock from side to side, lift your heels. Try to get your legs and arms straighter. If this is too much, you keep your head on the ground, or the bridge pose is with your top, the back of the head on the ground. Your shoulders stay on the ground. But you try to get your chest up as high as you can. Tilt the hips forward, your knees should be in line. Your knees should be in line with your heels. The back's your knees. Okay, so this is bridge pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana. See if you can stay in a pose a little bit longer. Play around in it a little bit. Advanced practitioners, you can even jump from one side to the other. Push into your hands, hold your breath, push into your toes, send your feet back behind you, and then back the other way. So, you can play a little bit, get nice and high, stretch, 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 stretch. Amazing pose. And from here, bring the heels down, lower the head down, and relax. So, open up your legs. Go to sleep for 10 seconds. Inhale. Bring in, again, the best into the spine up to the crown. Exhale, send it all the way throughout. Feel recharged, feel rejuvenated. Inhale again. Everything you need right into the spine and right up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere. Move your legs back together. Bring your right leg up. Take hold of the ankle, bring your knee onto the shoulder and pull on your foot. Try to get your foot closer to the head. If you have tight hamstrings, bring your left foot in a little bit as well. The left foot flat on the ground. If you're very flexible, you can bring your right foot to the ground, the left leg is extended. Infinity pose. Eventually, your knee will come right into your armpit, your foot come right to the ground beside your body. Now from here, bend your knee. Half happy baby pose. If you can bring your leg across the chest. Depending on flexibility, your foot might be closer to the hip. If you're more flexible, bring your foot in line with your knee, and your shin comes right across the top of the chest, close to the collarbone. You can bring the foot in the crook of the arm as well. Rest your shin on your chest. Into half happy baby pose. If you can, you take your right shoulder, I should do it this way. So you take your right shoulder in front of your knee, to pin and line down. So push the back of the shoulder into the knee. Try to lift your knee up as high as you can, close to your right ear. So you roll back, your back of left knee can come in as well, close to your shoulder. If you push more with your right shoulder behind the knee, so the knee comes up higher, then you have more ability. The leg can go a little bit further back. You pull in a foot, go to your left, pull it to your left, and then you can get your foot behind your head. You have to peel your shoulders off the mat. So all these different actions, you have to keep wiggling and moving. Okay, so keep moving as Dharma says. very flexible. You can take your left foot, cross it with the right, and come into Yoga Nidrasana. And then you can either bring hands in front of your heart or underneath your back. So full pose. If you're in this pose, breathe from the base of the spine all the way to the crown, back to the base of the spine. Not important. You will not get to self-realization any faster if you can do this pose. The idea is to merge with all beings, have an intention of offering up the pose, and then the poses have more meaning, not just attaining the result, not just having a flexible body. Break the pose, try it on their side now. So left leg up. Bring the right foot in if you need to, depending on your hamstrings. Use the hands, pull on the ankle, the left ankle, try to get your knee on the shoulder first. So your knee's bent to start, and then you pull on the legs, the leg straightens. Drop the left hip down, make sure that both sides of the torso are long, and try to get your foot closer and closer towards your body. If you have the flexibility, you can straighten up the right leg. If you're more flexible still, you can see if you can take your foot to the ground, right beside your body. Push on the sole, but actually try to get your foot towards the ground. Alright, left leg bends again, half happy baby pose. You can stay here, your knee underneath your arm, you push on the sole, the foot, your shin is vertical, your heel in line with your knee. If you want to take your foot across the chest, take the foot in your right hand or in the crook of the arm, and then see if you get your chest, your shin flat on your chest. And you can bend your knee more so the heel is towards your seat if it's towards your hip if you don't have the flexibility, just modify according to your flexibility. With time, the body becomes more flexible. Remember that what you don't achieve in this lifetime, you just continue to next. You're always moving further and further, but get as far as you can in this life. Now, if you want, back to half happy baby pose, bring the left knee in front of the shoulder and push your knee up. Bring the right knee in, makes it a little bit easier, and then it's as though you're about to go into plow pose with it. Lower your legs back a little bit. Push, lift your upper back off the mat, pull on the foot, push it back towards the ground behind you and to the right, and then the foot might find its way behind the head. And then you can extend the right leg or wherever it's easy, wherever it's suitable for you. Again, Yoga Nidrasana. If your one foot's all the way back there, it's pretty easy to take it's easier to take the other leg up, so you have to push in the backs of the shoulders, cross your legs, you have to straighten legs a little bit, and then you'll be able to get your head through between. It's good for massaging organs. Break the pose. So from here, rest again, take a deep breath in. Exhale and revolve fatigue. Sitting up now. From here, cross the ankles, going to onto your belly. Let's try cobra pose to start, the feet flat on the ground, the feet together. Think of this snake, it doesn't have feet, it has a single tail, so the toes are together, the feet are together, the inside edges. Glue together, hands beside in line to heart, roll the shoulders back, and stretch the knee coming up. Push into your hands, push your chest forwards and coming up so you don't crunch your lower back. And then make sure you don't lose your neck. Roll the shoulders back, toss the neck out of shoulders. Go further and further back according to your condition. Keep your elbows bent. You can stay more in baby cobra, lower to the ground, or if you're more flexible, come up higher with your hands closer and closer. Come on, your fingertips. Push your whole upper body up, starting at the tops of the legs. Everything is up. If it's too much, even Sphinx is an option. Grab your hips to the mat, form a mat, and then just push your chest forward, anchor down to the hips, anchor down to the thighs and the tops of the feet. Be stoic and steady like the Sphinx. If you're more flexible, come on to your fingertips, open up your legs, King Cobra, to your feet to your head. Roll the shoulders back. The more height you get, the more the feet will come closer to the head. Depending on your body dimensions, the feet might not get to the head as easily. No concern, just do your best. Slowly make your way down. Rest. Forehead on the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bow pose. Pull your feet up towards the seats. If you can, bring right arm across the chest. Take hold of the left foot with your left hand. Pull it up. Hold your breath. Bring your other foot up. And then keep pulling the left foot so that you can make it easier to take the other foot. And pull on your legs. Try to get your thighs up off the ground. If it's too much, you just keep lower. Your thighs can stay on the ground. Push your feet away from your head. But if you can, pull on your legs. Eventually you might be able to get your feet higher than the head. Look up. Rock if you like. If you know the variations of advanced practitioners, go ahead. Some of you might be able to take a full bow. Pull one heel towards you. Press into, bend the toes under the back foot. Lift the foot up as high as you can. You have to have holding the outer edge of the foot, your thumb at the base of the toes, your other fingers around the outside of the toes. Bring your knee up high as you can so that you can get your shoulder higher than your elbow higher than the shoulder, so you can bring your arm forward a little bit easier. If the other arm is too hard to do the same thing, you can just stay in this pose. Or if you have one foot up, it's a little bit easier to take the other one. Do the same way. Pull the foot up a little bit higher. Try to have your elbow at the height of the shoulder at least, so you don't strain your joints too much. Use a strap or a wheel. Remember, you have always aids to help you. Don't go to a place of pain or suffering or anxiety. Hold the pose a little bit longer. Angry determination. When you surrender to the pose, you will find your peace. Merge as a form. Hold a little bit longer. Dharma sometimes has us holding this for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Lose yourself in the pose. Break the pose gracefully. Rest, forehead on the ground. So if you can't hold the pose for too long, if you can't hold the pose for the full time, you can come to rest, but don't stay too long in your resting position. 2 or 3 breaths and come back up. Otherwise, Dharma says you lose your enthusiasm. So use these tricks to stay motivated and fueled in your practice. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to seated position. Alright, so now, same pose almost, except we're standing on our knees. Rabbit pose. Bend the toes under, hands on the seat. Lean back, try to get your shoulders behind your feet. And if you can, right hand to your right heel, left hand to your left heel. Bring heels together, lock the baby fingers together, and push your hips all the way forward, like you're about to fall on your thighs. Bring the head back. If it's too much, keep your hands on the seat, push into your seat, pull down, and just concentrate on lifting your chest. Try not to crunch your lower back again. If you're more flexible, toes flat on the ground, and you lean back. Camel pose, your hands are on the soles of your feet. Your hips in line with your knees. Let's go back. Top of the chest represents the top of the hump of the camel. Very flexible, you can move into Kapotasana. Arms can go overhead if you can. Reach back. Take hold of the edge of the mat, or start your back. Stand on your back. Take hold of the edge of the mat beside your shoulders and pull your way up. So, whichever way you come in, perfect. And then eventually you bring your hands in front of your head and walk your feet, your fingers towards your feet. Try to get your elbows on the ground, pigeon pose. Eventually, more flexible, you bring your hands onto your heels and you bring your head between your feet. Every expression of the pose, perfect if you're offering it up. You can even keep your head up off the ground if you like. Wheel pose. Now from here, wherever you are, come back. You can either, if you're an advanced practitioner, you have the strength, you can push yourself back up. Otherwise, come on, otherwise you just come up. Okay, so from here, sit on your feet, bring your feet around the front, legs extended. Let's do a simple twist. Legs extended, left hand on the other side of the right thigh, right shin, right hand behind the back, right beside the back. Inhale, push the lower back up and in, turn to the right. Make sure your heels stay together. One starts to go in front of the other, push the other one forward, the leg and the back forward. Keep very tall. It's not just the eyes that turn, the whole torso turns. Imagine you can see right through the skin and watch the spine rotate. Come back, go to the other side. Your imagination is a powerful tool. If you keep on visualizing the effect you're trying to achieve, or the pose in your mind, the being in your mind that you're representing, you're going to go further. Push into the lower back. Over your left shoulder. Keep pushing actively against the left shin as well. And in return, lie on the back. Gently make your way down. Hold the edge of the mat if you need to, and lower your back on the ground. Once you're on the ground, take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop all the tension, drop all efforts out of the body. Relax completely. Feels all the muscles instantly dissolved. The skin, the muscles hanging off the bones. Everything sinking down. Imagine the best is arriving now. Like great waves that come onto the beach. Inundate yourself with all the best of the best. Feel it coming in, a big surge, powerful surge. Send it right to the spiritual heart where God resides, and then it'll go to all beings everywhere. On the inhale, you keep on bringing in the best of the best. On the exhales, imagine like the tides that go, like the waves that go off, that retract from the beach, that bring all the debris with it, so the sand is clear underneath. Remove all the impurities. Imagine that you're sweeping, you're being clean of all the impurities of physical, mental, and spiritual impurities. Everything that impedes you from making progress on your path towards self-realization. What it boils down is to be in adherence to the ethical rules. That is the main purifier.
kind and loving and compassionate. And try to act in a way that doesn't remove the contentment or the happiness of any being. Keep that intention firmly anchored in your mind and heart. Say to yourself the following subjects 3 times to mentally ingrain it. My compassion is ever expanding and reaching all beings. Repeat that to yourself 3 times mentally. Continue to exercise that when you return to your day-to-day life. In all your interactions, continue to exercise compassion towards all beings. See them as divine beings. See them as manifestations of God. So now let's prepare to come back to seated position so we can continue our mission of radiating our light and our love to all beings. Come back to seated position now. Close the practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. If you need to do more Shavasana, then I invite you to go ahead. Allow the benefits to really fully integrate. Much love. Thank you so much for joining. Hope to see you soon.